Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm so pleased that you've joined me. I know my dear friend Amy gave me a shout out the other day and I have some new subscribers, so welcome. I hope you stay and I hope you enjoy hanging out with me. So today I want to do a trifold envelope, but I've done loads of them in the past and you've all probably done them yourself. This one I want to do with a bit of a difference because the journal I'm working on at the moment is like kind of shabby style, you know, which I don't normally do. Here's some of the, all of the signatures. There's 5 signatures and I've not sewn them in yet because Amy's just come out of a new kit that looks like it's going to be fabulous in this journal. So yeah, I'm holding off so that I can add a couple more pages. So as you can see, it's quite shabby. I've got lots of lace and bits, tabs going on, and my trifold envelope I want to use quite a bit of fabric, and I've never done one with fabric. I do a lot of decoupage and that, which we're going to have as well. But yeah, for the fabric, I don't normally do that on the envelopes, so it's all new. So this process might end up being in a couple of parts, but grab your bits and bobs, craft along with me. I'm sure we'll have fun. So, and what I want to do is stitch right on all the way, having something on the lid. This is going to be the top one, and so I want something on the back, something not on the lid on the flap. And so yeah, at the moment I've got it open and we're going to start. So this project is as new to me as anybody else, any of you watching, because I've never done it before, so who knows what it's going to turn out like. But I'm optimistic that it's going to be good. So what I thought was, I'm going to have a magnetic closure, so I'm going to place the magnet early on so that that's done and dusted and we haven't got to worry about it. So I've got these really super strong magnets. Oh, can you see how strong they are? So they'll be quite good enough to go, look, see? Quite good enough to still be strong through a couple of layers of fabric. So that's what I want to use. Right, so I'm going to pop one magnet on right now and I'm going to secure it with glue and a little bit of washi as well. And I'm popping it on the outside so that I don't have a lump on the inside. And I'm just going to put a little bit of washi in a couple of different directions, and then I'll trim it off once our little magnet is where we want it. So how are you? We'll have a little chit chat while I'm working. I hope everyone's well. Like I said, I woke up this morning with a bunch of notifications saying I had some new subscribers. So welcome. I know you've come over from Amy, my very dear friend. I love her to bits. She's a friend, an inspiration. I love her like family. She really is always there for me and just a brilliant journal maker and friend. So yeah, I'm really grateful that you've popped over. But we've got that in place, and I think, yeah, I'm going to have something on the inside as well, like some fabric, but I think I want a bit of decoupage there before I go any further, because I don't want anything else getting in the way. We've got to build up our layers, so I'm starting at the bottom, and yeah, it's just for this inside flap, so I don't need loads. this is way too much. But we've got to start somewhere. Right. And I'm just wetting that to get it trimmed down a little bit, because it's just for the inside there, which is going to have a lot more going on. But bear with me, people, because it's all new to me. I'm not... Well, I am sure where I'm going. I was just about to say I'm not even sure where I'm going. I am sure where I'm going with it. I don't know what fabrics are going to be the final ones, because I was just going through before I started, like before I turned the camera on and started. And you know what it's like, you just start looking and you find so many different things. So I've got loads of stuff next to me, loads of napkin, I've got loads of fabric down next to me as well, and now I'm thinking I'm never in a million years going to use it all, so I might end up with about 6 trifold envelopes at the end. Right, so I just quickly dried that off with my heat tool, and I'm going to trim around. Before I go any further though, I just want to show you this journal I'm working on. It's got quite a few signatures, it's got 5, and I want to do a curved spine, so I've wetted up some grey board, and I've got my 2 coffees glued together, and I haven't done this for so long, and I found it when I was moving, just at, around Christmas, when I was clearing out the craft room. I found that I still had this from making rounded spines from ages ago, so I thought, oh, I'll do that. I haven't done it for long. So what I do is I wet the grey board that I use to make my covers, and then I've got loads and loads of strips that I always keep in here, and I pop the lid on, and I tie them over every bit of the grey board really tight, so that there's none showing at all, so that it all stays down, because otherwise it will want to lift. And yeah, you get a lovely curved spine with a ridge, which looks brilliant. So yeah, I haven't done that for ages, but I'm doing that for this journal I'm working on. So I just wanted to show you and let you know how I do it, because it is a lot easier, as you can see with those coffee cans. It's a lot easier than some people would think. So that's going to be the spine on this journal. So hopefully it will come out, and it wants to come out in my mind. So I'm just going to give this a little light sand, and I'm not sure whether I should even put a bit of napkin on this side, but I've got quite a few layers that are going to be going on, but I would like to do this bit in here. So I'm just going to have a little look whether to do it the same or with something different. Right, I think I'm going to stick with the same, just for that inside bit. I've got plenty of others to have, different things going on elsewhere, but I've decided to do the same just in here. I could have just done it all in one piece, couldn't I? But I didn't think of that at the time. It's probably because I'm tired, because I had a late night last night. Well, for me, I go to bed really early, but yeah, like, I had a late night last night because my mum was 80. So we went out for a lovely family dinner, and the kids all ended up staying up late because we couldn't get a table early. So we had to, when we booked it, we had to book it for like later when my grandchildren are normally going to bed. But yeah, and being a school night, it was a little bit of, I suppose, a treat for them, but not for not for their mummies. But yeah, it was lovely. And yeah, can't believe it. My mum was 80. She don't act like she's 80 at all. She don't seem like she is. She's not frail. Well, she does a lot more than some people are for her age, really. So yeah, it was lovely. Right, I'm going to dry this off, and here we are with that all dry. So what I was thinking was, I would like that on the flap. I think that's really, really lovely. I'm not sure whether to glue this bit or stitch it. I do want to stitch on that bit, but this bit, I think it's only just deep enough. What I could do is use this one, and then it will go over better. I could glue that bit down, and then we'll be covering it with something else, because that only just catches, so it will keep coming undone. So I think what I might do is trim this up, glue it just a little bit in the middle, and then stitch all round. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'll just trim it so this video is not 100 years long, and I'll be right back. Right, so the excess is trimmed off. I need to round that a bit nicer. Let's see now. And that will be hidden under layers of other fabric. But what I'm going to do now is stitch round, and then once it's all stitched in place, I can glue this flap down. Right, so there we are with it stitched. It's caught slightly there. Look, you can see the envelope, but that don't matter because I'm going to have trim all around there. And also it caught this little bit here, which you're not going to see either, but just so it's more secure, I've got a little waste bin here. Where you been? And I'm just gonna sew this bit doesn't all give way. Right, I've got the pieces. It's really delicate. Look, you see, I'm just going to patch it very quickly with a bit of scrap paper, because it's not going to be seen, but I don't want it coming apart on me. So there's a little patch right there, and I'll just trim. Oh. So yeah, you're getting mistakes and all if you're new to my channel. That's not uncommon at all. But it's all good. Right, so that's how it all looks now. And that is our flap. I'm just going to glue this down before I go any further, because I didn't want it weak with this. All I would have had to have glued was the little zigzaggy edge there, and I don't think it would have stayed. It would have always been lifting and ruined the look that's in my mind of how I want it. Right, so I'm quite happy with that so far, and I want to put some trim on the inside and on the outside. So I think first, before I start doing trims, I think I need to get this bit done, and then we'll get our envelope starting to look how I wanted it. So I know I said I want fabric there, which I do, but these sides I'm going to put something else. I'm going to do a little bit of decoupage, and then once it's glued back together we can see where we want any other fabrics or images or anything going on. So that might be nice. Let's see. Oh yeah, I kind of like that, so I'm going to cut this just because we're going up against a straight edge. There, like that. Oh, that is going to look nice. And then, oh, that for the other side, I think. If we could come down a little bit there. And yeah, I'm kind of liking what that looks like. So we'll just get the back removed. Right, that's that one. And that's that one. Right. That's that. And those two. So what did we want? We wanted something like that. And that. Yeah, I think that's lovely. Oh. Right. Oh, I don't know what's happened here. I've got loads of glue running down the outside, which, oh, everything gets so sticky. Right. And there. And right, we'll just, if you're new, I call this glue my not podge, not Mod Podge, because I'm forever topping it up with PVA glue or water or, you know, over and over the course of a couple of years. So yeah, it's not Mod Podge now. It hasn't been for a long time. Okay, so I'll just dry those off and then I'll be back showing you the result. Okay, so they're done and I think they look kind of lovely. So I'm just gonna use a bit of ink around the edges. And decide on something for this flat, and then we'll crack on with choosing and placing our fabrics and trims. That's the exciting bit. I can't wait for that bit. Because it's something different to what I would normally do. So yeah, a little bit of an experiment for me. It may pay off, it may not. But you don't know until you try, do you? Right, so I kind of like how they look, but I think I want something different here. Now what? Oh, I just caught my hair on my bracelet. I was looking at this bicycle, but I think it's too big. It would have been alright if I didn't do those, but isn't that lovely? I'll have to put that aside for something else. It might look good on one of the lower down ones or at the back of one. We'll see. So, I've got to choose something for here. I could go with more of this, just so it's not too disturbing with all different stuff. But I did pick out some lovely blues. I do like that butterfly. Maybe I could do a bit of this and the butterfly. And let's see. Maybe, yeah. I know it looks like I'm just making this really awkward, but I do have a little bit of method to my madness. So, we can lose any excess in a minute, but I was thinking that going across like that is pretty nice. And then maybe this butterfly. Have I got it anywhere else? No. And yeah, hopefully once it's all together it'll be lovely. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna sew the signatures together last night, but I was so full from the meal. Yeah, I had a nice big roast dinner. I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat the meat, but I had a big pile of vegetables and Yorkshire pudding and, yeah, cauliflower cheese. It was really lovely. And then I had a big Belgian chocolate ice cream and cookie dough dessert. Oh, wow. It had loads of chocolate sauce, and it had, yeah, big lumps of cookie dough and toffee sauce as well. And I ate every single bit. And then I brought my bit of birthday cake home, and I ate it as soon as I got in, even though I was so full up, I felt like I couldn't move. And so, yeah, I ate my birthday cake and all, because it was just calling to me. That it was chocolate as well. I do love a bit of chocolate. So, yeah, I ate that as well. And then I thought, oh, shall I sew in the signatures tonight? And I blew it out because I was so full up. I just needed to go to bed, take myself off to bed, and go into a food-induced coma because I was just so full up. So yeah, I didn't sew in the signatures. And then I got up this morning, watched Amy's video, and she was showing new digi that I thought, oh, some of those pages will be perfect for in this journal that I'm working on now. So yeah, I got really excited and really glad that I didn't sew it all together last night. Right, I'm going to dry that off and we'll see how it looks. Right, so that is how it looks, and oh, fabulous. I love that. So I'm really happy how that's turned out. I don't know how much of it we're going to see, because once it's glued all together, once there's fabric on here, I really don't know at the minute exactly where I'm going to be putting it, but I'm sure wherever it goes, I've got a bit of butterfly coming loose there. I'll just dry that off in a second. But yeah, I'm really liking it. So I think I want to maybe start on some fabric. Well, I'm getting a bit of ahead of myself, aren't I? Because I can't start on fabric until I've got at least this one, well, both of them really, in place, because that flap has got to be glued onto there, and then the fabric will go on. So I better sort out these two envelopes. So what we'll do is I'll probably do the decoupage and that on these, stick them together, and then we'll do another video where what will we be doing? Doing all the fabric, doing the sewing and putting on all the trims. Yeah, that'll have to be in a different video. So I love these, and I've used them quite a bit in this journal in different places. I'll do a bit of this on the insides, just this bit that you're going to see, so that it's sort of keeping the same sort of theme. So I don't have to do it that deep, just, is that deep enough? It might have to be a bit more than that. Oh no, that is deep enough. So 1 and 2. And yeah, probably be better really, won't it, if I'll get this glued in so I'm not taking up too much of your time. Right, I have 2 little envelopes and they're all done. I didn't want to take up loads of your time just doing the same thing over and over. So I'm going to place them, that one there and this one here. So when they close, remember our magnet is under here, so the other magnet is going to have to go under that flap before we glue it down. So what I'm going to do, now I'm ready, is I'm going to sew a bit of fabric on the back here, and then we can stick them together and start dressing them up with all our trims. Right, so I've got my first layer of fabric, and I'm going to have that as my middle envelope and this as my bottom envelope. So I'm going to stick this down, sew that on, and then I think we'll call it a day for now, and I'll be back later to do all the dressing up of it all with all the fabrics and trims that I've rummaged through and sorted out. So I just want to get this bit done so that we've got an idea of what our finished thing is going to end up like, because at the minute it's just an everyday decoupaged trifold envelope, but I want it to be much more than that. So I ain't got to worry about sticking that one on. I'm just going to sew this first bit of fabric on, and then I'll come back. Right, so that's been sewn all round, and this is ready to stick down now and put on our little bottom one where I'm going to put the magnet. So I think I'll finish this now, and I'll be sticking on my magnet while this is all uploading, and then yeah, we'll come back for part 2, which will be zhuzhing it all up, adding loads more fabric, loads more trims, making it gorgeous. So thank you very much for joining me, and yeah, thanks again Amy, my lovely friend, for giving me a shout out and just sending some of your lovely subscribers my way. I really do appreciate it, and yeah, I hope you liked what I've started doing and that it weren't too boring just with me decoupaging, because I'm really excited about how this is going to turn out once we get there. So I hope you come back for part 2. Love you loads. Thank you very much for being here. Bye for now. Bye.